Hello, and welcome to a short little Goblets and Gaze pre-roll before you get into the episode. We recently found out we were nominated for the second Golden TTRPG Gifts Award.
Which is absolutely wild to all of us, and we are just so very blown away. So we wanted to take a second to thank everyone for their support and the nomination, because y'all are just so great.
Yes. Honestly, it is 5-6 hours later, and my brain's still kind of just reminder, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing. And then I remember, and then I just spend 5 minutes going, oh.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot, honestly, in like a good way. I had to pause my routine to be like, hold on, I need to tell everyone I know.
Yep.
As you can see, if you open the little Google spreadsheet, we were nominated for their new category, the podcast that rolls like family. And obviously for our themes of, close-knit families that would never betray you at any point in time ever, Aubrey.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But we would be really honored if you would consider taking the time to cast your vote for us. Not to be like PBS, but we got here from listeners like you.
Hey.
Yeah. And thank you so much for your support. And make sure to make that you're checking out all the other amazing nominees, because I'm definitely going to have to check out some of those myself.
Yes. There are a lot of really great shows that are nominated. But yeah, there's also a few of them that are just like, I remember that moment. There's some great moments in there.
Connie got nominated for Evil as GM.
I saw that.
Please.
Accurate.
Yes, please vote for Connie as Evil as GM.
Vote for Connie as Evil as GM.
Let them have that. They deserve it.
Evil GM, and affectionate.
Possibly. Yes.
And yeah, go check out all of the other nominees, and congrats to everyone that was nominated.
But remember, you gotta vote for us, and also eat your vegetables to grow up big and strong, so you can click the vote for us button.
Yes. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Goblets and Gaze. This is episode 3 of our Monster Care Squad little sponsored game. We are coming to the end of the road for our monster veterinarians, their quest to save the Bauver. I am Aubrey, I have your GM, I use she, her pronouns. I'll turn it over to my players to introduce themselves, who they are playing, and we will do 2 things. We'll start with you, Aki.
Hello, I'm Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Hyzia Jin, the monster wizard? The wizard of I don't know. I'm technically also a doctor, and their pronouns are she, they. Oh, yeah. Because we did specialties last time and we only talked about one of them, I would like to talk about my other specialty.
Yeah, go for it.
Being the best at multitasking on 4 hours of sleep. And it would appear that today I have decided to go method, as I am also doing this. And I have absolutely no valid reason as to why I am lacking so much sleep. It's just I couldn't. And
that's a mood.
And that's it. It's my day off. I should be and instead I'm talking about how bad Craig is.
Yeah. Things you will never hear, because I will cut them out.
What are you talking about?
Alyssa, you're up next.
Hi, y'all. I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I am playing Letty, who uses she, they pronouns. I feel like I've mentioned both of my specialties, so I will say instead that my training for the force skill is in grappling. Now, I do have -1 force, which means that Letty is just sort of an enthusiastic amateur at grappling, but,
What does it mean to be an enthusiastic amateur in grappling?
They
Is
got
that just
hugged.
hugging?
Yeah, just hugging.
Just hugging. Real good hugs.
or it's just Letty, like, I will hug you or wrap my arms around you, but Letty has really small arms.
Oh, she does have really small arms.
Yeah. So
She
you're
uses the
enthusiastic about it. It's just, sometimes it just won't go around.
she uses the yarn to her advantage.
Last but not least, we have Dusty.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use he pronouns. I'm going to be playing Zygo Esperanza, who uses any/all pronouns. And I think I did mention that their skills where makes the best coffee ever, um, which is like their own like secret blend that they haven't told anyone about. They could whistle with their eyes. I will say that one of their backgrounds is that previously previous to being a skeleton, I mean, you probably could have tell, but they were a mariachi in their past life. Not a great one though. That's why they sing to the animals, not to the people.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make a joke about like that's how they died. They weren't a great mariachi, and that's why they died.
Well, maybe.
Who knows?
Say, wait, so they were a mariachi before they were skeleton?
Yeah. Yeah. Again,
It's
not a
all
great one.
making sense. Sort of, maybe. But yes, we'll get into our recap in just a moment. Thank you for coming on with us on this adventure for these last 3 weeks. It's been a lot of fun. This is a really fun system, and as before, links are below in our little description to Sandy Pug. Their Twitter and their website and the games. Go support them. They make some really great games. And anybody have anything else they want to quickly shout out before we get into the recap?
I'm really enjoying this. Like,
Yeah, it's a
it
lot of fun.
it felt like there was a lot at first, but it's actually once
Mm.
you go into it and build your character, it's like, okay, no, this makes sense.
Yeah, and then
Um,
once you go phase by phase, you're like, that's
yeah,
actually kind of why I'm glad I stretched one mystery out over 3 episodes, so we can actually just sit here and delve into each of the phases and take our time.
I guess my only shout out would be specifically, if you like Wander Home, you're gonna like this game.
Yes.
This is
mhm.
not really a shout, it's more like a comparison, but it's like if you liked Wander Home,
Mm.
you are definitely gonna like Monster Care Squad.
Yep, definitely.
100%.
Mhm. And yeah, next week we'll be back with Blood of Kings, and we do not apologize for the cliffhanger we left.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Well, actually, no, you should apologize for
Guys,
a little.
yeah, yeah.
You specifically need to apologize for a little bit.
Oh no.
Fair. Yes, I apologize for the cliffhanger we left it on. I didn't realize it was going to be such a cliffhanger when we originally recorded it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I thought we had one more episode. We didn't.
Mm-mm. To be fair, I didn't know how many episodes would be out before this either. Until I counted. That's also around the same time you told me, "Oh shit, this is our cliff." Yes, it was. Yes, it
Mm.
was, and I've been sweating
I,
ever
don't know,
since.
I realized 2 weeks later that like, oh no, that one is our cliffhanger. I thought the next one was. The next one wouldn't have been that, but we left it a really bad cliffhanger. And yes.
Future me is going to be very concerned by this. Current me is still pretty concerned.
That's why we have 3 episodes of wholesome.
Yep.
Literally, you need a
Oh,
full
no.
body cleanse after
Mhm.
that fucking episode.
Oh no.
Mhm. But yes, let us answer the question of what exactly happened last time.
Stuff. So we started off this session by kind of well, not this session, previous session, but it was this by figuring out like, okay, well, we need to go like find the thing. So we went to um the the Bauer the Bauer cave. Was it the Bauer?
Bauver?
Bauver.
Yeah,
The
there's a B.
the Bauer was the flower from the
Yes,
Bauer.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, we went to the Bauver cave to figure out. I'm like, okay, we should try to figure out what's going on. We see there's false gold there, which you saw at the end of last week, and it ran off. We need to try finding it. So we're like, okay, well, what should we do? You know what? Let's maybe like look around here for a little bit more clues. We're like, oh, okay. Well, we really need to find this thing before it gets to the city. So I was like, okay, well, why don't we start going back to the city because we found some tracks that are going there. So you start following the tracks, and we got to the sled with muffins, and all of us jumped in. And on our way down, I decided to try doing like an animal call. Like Zygo's like, "Oh, I could do a call. Maybe they could lure it to us." The call wasn't great. I got a kookaburra.
Yep.
Yeah, a kookaburra came in and decided to help me by grabbing Zygo's head and lifting it up into the air. Just the skull. But so they're able to see it, and then Zygo's like, "Oh no, the Bauver is attacking Pookie. Pookie's doing great, but still." And so the kookaburra dropped him. Head landed upside down on the spine, and Zygo's like, "We gotta go fast." And I keep forgetting.
Hyzia.
Hyzia, I know you used to go. Hyzia was like, not Pookie, and did like some Tokyo Drift. And by Tokyo Drift, that means they left Letty and Zygo as the cargo that got lost because they got kind of like a success, but they lost the supply. We were the supply. Um, so Hyzia zoomed over there, and Letty and Zygo became a giant snowball and followed in their tracks as they were going down to Pookie. Pookie did great. Pookie literally grabbed a Bauver and yeeted it across like their house shoulder. Um, and they're like, "Oh no, it's fine." There's like some weird damage, but it's okay. Um, and I was like, okay, well, let's go around the town and ask about people. We asked to some people that found the Bauver originally, like when then it's like, oh, they pointed to this weird house. We're like, let's go to the house. And the house was like a person that was like going up there to set up the offering and everything, but then realized, oh, they're into some weird stuff. There's just all these drawings on the formulas from something golden, false gold place people that are bad. What's the name?
It was the in front of me.
Mhm.
We have the librarians of the Golden Leaf.
Yes, those people. Which are trying to use false gold for their own good because we also found a vial full with false gold, which it seems to was splashed on the bow by some like
Rude.
like
So rude.
so rude. Why you gotta be so rude? So it's like, okay, well, let's get some info here. We found out how to kind of reverse engineer a cure from this thing from our monster wizard, monster uh magic person, which is Hysia. And we're like, okay, well, we need these things. So Zyga's like, I'll go find the things, and you two go talk to people. They talk to people. They found some nice lesbians, but I think one of the lesbians was lying about something. So maybe they're only kind of nice. And maybe one of the lesbians was in on it, but the other one was like doesn't know. But maybe I think they're both in on it. We'll find out. And then we all met up together. They spoke to some elders. I think they were lying to us about giving us a party.
Like
And
that's
then
the thing you think they're lying about.
yeah, because like, come on, they're probably lying about a party. We barely know them. Why would you throw us a party, even though we're great? And I think we're gonna go confront the Bauer, and I think that's where we ended.
Yes. So yeah, the Bauver is in its cave, and we now move to the final phase of things, the symbiosis phase. And this one works differently than the other two phases. This one, rather than like having these little pieces of time, there's a control track. I'm actually everybody. You need more than just your d6s for this one. You're going to need d4s, d6s, d8s, d10s, and d12s.
Open up my good friend roll a dice. Not sponsored.
Yep. I mean, hey, rolladie.net. Talk to us. Our DMs are open. And this one is you and the monster will both be starting at a d6. And if you fail, you will go down a track to a d4. And if you fail again, once the d4 is, you are actually pushed out of the symbiosis phase and back into the previous phase as you need to concoct a new cure or come up with a new plan. But if you do succeed, you move up to a d8. And then after that, a d10 and a d12. And each time you cure a one wound from the monster, it resets back to a d6, and you start over. There are 5 wounds to cure.
I see. I see.
Mhm. And the monster can push you, and you essentially is also if the monster you can for the time existed on you can exist on the same number. Monster also will start at d6. But the monster, if the monster moves to a d8, you get pushed backwards. But also, same thing happens with you. You succeed, you push the monster backwards. Is this all making sense?
I'm following. I think once you get into it, it'll make a little bit more
Yeah.
sense, but
And you
I kind
also
of get it.
you also have your very specific symbiosis. So as you all sneak into the cave, you see, for the time being, the Bauver is still asleep.
Um, I think so. This cure, do you think there and like just put it on it?
Well, depending on how this works, we might need it to drink it. I'm not sure. So here's something I've been thinking about all week.
Uh-huh.
If a doctor threw insulin at you, it would not help. Like physically threw it. You know?
That is
Bonk.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Mhm.
and so with that in mind, and the fact that the Bauver has fur, thick fur,
Mhm.
it really wouldn't help. So I think
And I mean, like, essentially, you're going to have to go and treat each one of its wounds
yeah,
with the
yeah.
cure. And not all of the wounds will be solved by just making it drink.
Yeah. That's another thing I was considering. You know that not everything is drinkable. Sometimes it's injectable. Sometimes it's a cream, right? And you got to actually apply it a couple times and stuff like that. You know, just those things. But my God, when I say yeah, last week, right before I had my contemplation moment, I was so ready to just slingshot, bam, in the face, Bauver, you know, and be like, it'll work until I thought about it for like an additional minute
Mhm.
and realized that's not how medicine works.
I mean,
ever.
so we were in a lab. You could have like said like made somewhere it was like injectables. You could also
No,
like
I
you could have
did
made into a
say
solve and stuff. Yeah.
no, I did say I made more than one for
Mm.
sure. Because while this is a prototype and I understand that, it wasn't like and you only have enough for one. That was never
It-
chosen. So
mm.
we do have technically multiples. I'm pretty sure the number we decided on was quote unquote two. But if there's multiple different types of wounds, then that means there was going to be multiples regardless, and we just technically have two chances at it. So that being said, do we remember the wounds exactly? We know the horns is one. We know that the fur is janky, and it moves weird. Was there another one? Because I feel like three was
There was a
there.
third. I believe there was a third.
I'm fairly certain there was a third, but
Oh,
it's
it
not
was
my notes.
the spears that jut out of the Bauver's fur.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, so it's two fur related, well, fur
Two
slash
fur ones.
body
Yeah,
related
two
things.
body
Okay.
related ones. And
Okay,
horns.
then I think the best case scenario of what this cure prototype looks like is in fact a salve or
Mm.
at least an oil
Yeah.
to put because oils can be put on skin and fur and hair and that would make sense. Usually the buildup of antlers and horns and hooves I believe are the same as nails. So yeah, we might as well just go with something like a cream or like an oil and that means we have to apply it directly by hand. So that's fun.
I think Sega would be like, um, I got the solve. If you want, I could go jump on its back.
It's sleeping.
I could
Also,
try.
let me give
Nope.
you a bit of a better idea of the
Yeah.
scale of this
Please.
Bowser. I was like, oh yeah, this is a big boy. I was trying to. I was looking up Pokemon to find a good reference, and I was like, what Pokemon is the right size?
So, who was it?
Why do you not tell me their size?
They do. You just
Yeah, I
gotta
just gotta go to the right website.
the
for
right
it.
go to Bulbapedia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bulbapedia.
Yeah.
Syrupy is good too, but Bulbapedia actually is like
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking like a Venusaur size or like make?
No, don't go with that. Please remember that Tyranitar is not as big as it is. Even in the Poke anime, makes it even weirder. Dumisa is taller than
Yeah, yeah.
Tyranitar
No,
by a
Tyranitar's
lot.
like 5 feet, but like
Yeah,
Venusaur
and
is like a large.
yeah, but not that
Mm.
large.
So, Groudon?
Okay,
Oh
yeah.
my god!
Okay, Groudon. There you go. That's a scale.
And Bulbapedia has Groudon's height as 11 foot 6 inches.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This also you could compare it to maybe one of the Colossi from Shadow of the Colossus.
It would be to Letty at least. I remember specifically what Alyssa sent me what Letty looks like. It's like 4'11", and I'm like, oh no, you're gonna get
Oh,
eaten.
Letty's so small. I didn't know that.
It's fine.
They got all the protective yarns.
It's not even 3 whole Lettys. All.
It's getting there, but it's not all of it. Okay, so then I think the best way to go about this. For the record, I want to state that we haven't not gone inside yet because no
Yeah.
way in hell am I going inside and talking about the plan.
Yep.
Is Zygo does have one self, and technically we have enough for another, so we should split it up since there's 3 wounds essentially to cover. Technically, it's 2, but it's
That
a
you're
lot
aware of.
area. Yeah, that we're aware of. It's an area thing. So I'm thinking as long as we can stay quiet, the Bauver is big enough for it to not notice us rub salves on it.
DM question.
Uh-huh.
Does the false gold affect people? Like, if we touch the Bauver's horns that are covered in false gold and turning the crystals into false gold, is that gonna be bad for us, or is that sort of just a monster deal?
It's kind of just a monster deal.
Cool.
It's not good. It's not fun to touch it. It's like weird slime.
I would like to state also that we were in a lab and we are also professionals. So
you
we
have
would
gloves.
definitely have gloves. We probably and like gloves is like the cute way to call it. They're like long opera gloves, but like rubber and also probably like flame proof.
Yeah, you got that
Yeah.
you've got that hardcore like PPE.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's the good shit, that we invested on. And whatnot. So I think we're more or less quite fine. Especially applying something onto something. But yeah, I think as long as we do our best to be quiet while we do this and we move a little slower, we could get most of the Bauver done while it's asleep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is also huge. So it's this really is me going, whales and the little fish that just travel on the whales sometimes and or eat or live in it, and the whales don't notice until it hurts or something. That's what we're doing. We are little fishy.
Cool. It sounds like we're unless somebody has something to say, we're gonna start with what's going on up there as a.
Oh, and like if it goes bad, like bad, we just run back out because Pookie's with us.
Yep.
Pookie's not coming in the cave though. No, Pookie's a house.
Pookie also can't fit in the cave.
Exactly, but Pookie's a house. So and I feel like House does beat Groudon, so it's. Thank you. So yeah. All else fails, we run outside, run to Pookie, have Pookie hold this Bauver down by its like 6 feet arms, and then we're like, okay, then we'll do it that way. But I would prefer if we went in as soft as possible before Grand House Smackdown.
I was thinking, so you know how Zygo has close-up magic? One of the recommendations that says like, walk on water for a short time. Does that mean to do that? To, like maybe have Zygo walk or like climb the cave wall, kind of like spider? um, and climb up behind it so they could like put the solve behind them.
Sure, why not? Because
Yeah.
that's a horrifying image I need in my brain.
Well, it's like Spider-Man, but it's like
No,
Yeah.
it's nothing like Spider-Man. No,
I don't know what you're talking
it
about.
is nothing like Spider-Man. No, 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 no,
What's
no.
terrifying about a skeleton dressed in mariachi garb that's kind of torn up, climbing up a wall with himself?
The one that whistles with their eyes while
Please
doing
remember-
all of that.
Please remember to take the bucket out before you start wall climbing.
Yeah, no, the bucket is as soon as you go, I'm gonna wall climb. The bucket has been removed.
And I mean, your answer to what is horrifying? Everything. If I was walking through a dark room and I just saw a skeleton on the ceiling, I would die. It doesn't. I don't care if that skeleton looks like the friendliest skeleton ever and is whistling with its eyes. I would die.
I would simply
Yeah, I would join that skeleton in death. So yes, moves.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah. Moves. So
Yep,
you said maybe what's going you
we're going up there.
yeah.
When you
Oh no.
climb around on an enormous monster, roll +4.
Force. Oh, okay.
And all of you are going to be attempting to climb on it.
depends. How is it sleeping?
It is sleeping on this sort of like raised stone platform that's like above like this sort of grotto of crystals that are unfortunately right now covered in the false gold. If not, they'd actually be so you have to climb up the rock at least.
Well,
before you get
yeah,
to it.
I mean, aside for that, like I meant, like, how is it positioned while asleep? Is it like, legs folded in on itself and then it's basically sitting like that, or is it like horse in pain where it's all on its complete side, or is it like standing but asleep? That's what I mean. What does it look like when it's resting?
It is yes, it is. It would actually be standing as it is.
Thank you. That's what I needed to know because if it because if it were like sprawled out lying like that, then maybe this would have been easier. Never mind, guys. I hope Letty's never was it unbreakable yarn is also never ending yarn. We can use it like climbing gear.
I don't know about that.
We all got -1 force. This is how we lose. This is how we lose.
we have 2 aces, I believe. So, let's
Yes.
keep that in mind.
You have I want to say it's 2 session aces and 1.
Yeah, because we got another one because we rolled really good on one of our last things.
Yeah.
And we definitely have a crit.
Yep.
Cool.
What really quickly explain what the aces do again?
You can spend a session ace to add a D4 to your roll. You can spend the critical ace to add a D8 to your roll.
And this can be used after we've rolled too, right?
Yep.
Okay, good to know. Never mind, guys. Never mind. When a monster's involved, I can do anything.
Oh my
So
gosh.
force roll, right?
Yep. A plus force.
I'm putting my fitness background into play with the -1. That's a 10.
Okay.
With my -1, I got a 9.
Let's go. Oh, let's go. I'm very scared for Alyssa though.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I haven't rolled yet. I was gonna say I feel like it might make sense for Letty to stay on the ground and try and distract if the monster wakes up.
You could also do that.
I'm fine with that. Since technically it's Zygo and I that have the solve.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, Letty also doesn't have any medicine.
So yes, Hyzia, you've climbed before probably. You've climbed monsters before, so you're pretty good for that. But Zygo, with that 9, about halfway, you suddenly realized you kind of picked a bad spot on the monster, and there is no honestly good way up. There is something you can grab that's a little bit further up, but you're gonna have to jump for it. So you're either going to need to spend an ace or you're going to fall back to the ground.
So falling on the ground is probably
Mm.
not good because we have confirmed that it's a dry bone situation, so it'll probably make a loud clattering sound.
Mm. And
Um,
remember, you only have the three aces.
yeah, 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 yeah. What do y'all think?
Oh boy, do I not want to spend that ace yet.
Like, because I'll still get the salve on there, but I will fall down, right?
No, you have to roll for cure for things like that. You're currently
Okay.
just rolling to climb the
Ah,
monster
gotcha,
to
gotcha,
get into
gotcha.
place.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Is there perhaps an option where Zygo could either choose to climb back down and then, I don't know, go at it from a different angle so it takes longer, maybe, instead of just drop or ace?
Let's see. So yeah, the strand and halfway or lose your footing. Okay. I mean, yeah, literally lose your footing. That makes sense. Is there anything I could roll to maybe try to use Presto to climb out, like latch onto the wall nearby? Since I was like literally climbing on its back.
Mm. It's essentially as you need to spend the ace to climb up or fall to the
Mhm.
ground. There is no other option.
Yeah, I see that. This is I think because it's still really early. I think I should maybe just like fall and then use the ace when we actually try to do the cures because I kind of want to see them for the cures because I feel it's the most important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to save him for the cures too.
Mhm. Yeah, so I think quote unquote losing the footing, so like starting to fall. Maybe
Mm.
Zygo's foot gets stuck. I don't like literally stuck and the rest doesn't.
Mm. Yeah, you're unable to get to that handhold and lose your balance and fall back with a pop or whatever sound that bones make.
Clatter. Clatter.
Clatter.
Yeah.
And Hyzia, as you are on this beast, my brain stopped for a second. As the clatter happens, you start to feel it shift as if it's waking up.
What the hell? Such a sensitive sleeper.
Well, they're in pain.
And it's also like as it clatters, it echoes as well because you're in a giant enclosed cave.
If this bitch is 11 feet tall and standing, it's like even higher. Okay.
Hmm.
If you drop something out of an apartment window, you will
I'm not
not
saying
be
it's
able to hear
awake.
the clatter.
I'm not saying it's awake yet, but it is starting to wake up.
If I pet it, will it go back to sleep?
I'm not sure you want to pet it.
I have to put the salve on.
Technically, yes.
Yeah. If I pet it where it doesn't hurt, can I? You know what? Screw it. Yeah, there you go. I am going to just go for the horns first. Like, fur icicles sound really bad for my bones, but the antlers are the highest point, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it back up. You know what I mean? So I think going for the antlers first to fix it or to at least apply the cure to the wound.
Yeah. So yes, now you're going to roll for cure. And so you roll using the dice you're at on the control track, which is a d8. You roll 1d8. 10 or above, you heal the monster's wound and lose the abilities the wound granted them. 7 to 9, you can heal the wound, but at a great cost. Reset the player's and monster's position on the control track, then advance the monster 2 segments. And then various other things. So you have options to heal it, but you're not, because you with a d8 you can't roll a 10 unless you spend an ace.
Do we want to spend an ace for this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, could you? Yeah, yeah. Because
Well,
you
I
had
mean,
it. Mhm, mhm.
sorry, I was just gonna say, like, if it is possible, if you know that it would be
Mhm.
possible to get to a
You can
10.
also roll and then decide.
Yeah. That's what I was going to do, but it was more like I wanted to
Mhm.
be like, we're doing a cure this time, so are we more in favor of using an ace? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, just gauge the audience. And the audience is just 2 people, technically. Oh, there is okay. We need a 10, right?
Yes.
Okay. I rolled a 6.
You can at least get a if you spend an ace, you could for a 7 to 9 at least.
Yeah.
If we
You can heal a wound but at a great cost or do others. Set up your teammate or, the wound changes.
If we spend the critical ace, we could theoretically get there. I don't know if we want to do
Well,
that.
mhm.
I might spend well, this is just me
Wait.
as a DM.
I forgot. Yeah, regular aces were just a D4, right?
Yep, it was
Yeah,
just
okay,
D4.
yeah.
D8 might be the D8 might be the critical ace might be your like emergency
Mm-hmm.
because that's a D8.
And technically, I rolled a 6, so regardless, if I don't use an ace, we failed
Ugh.
this one.
You failed. You don't like lose the cure or anything, but it pushes you back 1 on the control track.
What do you guys want to do?
With a regular ace, you're guaranteed at least a 7, at least something.
Do the
Make sure.
regular ace then?
I think maybe a regular ace, because you only need 1 to get like a thing. If you get 4 and a 10, that's even better. But like right now,
Mhm.
we're just starting when it's actually awake and doing stuff that could hurt us more.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I wanted to save the critical for when it's awake.
Yeah.
I gotta stop cursing. I'm at a very special level of tired, and my filter is gone. My bad. Sorry, Sandy Puck.
This bench is gonna
Yes,
this
his
bench.
bench with an N.
Friend! This friend is going to wake up, Aki!
You can call your friends benches. I call you guys that all the time.
This is true.
This is true.
It's my slogan. But yeah, so regular ace, yeah.
Yep.
That's a 4.
Okay.
I am immortal.
Mm.
I want to go to war. I'm having the moment again. I'm
So you use this on the antlers, right?
Yes, I said I was going for the antlers.
Mm.
So maybe just to make the ace more narrative, what happens is so I go to apply it, right? And then as I stretch, maybe I lose my footing a bit and I drop the salve. And by dropping it, I mean like I drop it and then I catch it real quick and I'm stuck like that for a bit, you know, when when you almost drop your phone but you catch it and you're just in shock. You feel
Yep.
like Spider-Man. Yeah. Or even Edward Cullen with the apple. You just
Or the car.
or the car, just you're just like what happened? For like a hot second, and then I go back and I actually apply it, but it was definitely a scare for a bit.
So yes, you did. As you rubbed the salve and like you no longer see the false gold on the antlers anymore. But unfortunately, all of this does wake up the Bauver. It sort of shakes to life, and as it does, these spears jut out from its fur, causing you, Hyzia, to need to make a quick escape.
Quick escape. That's
It's not a move.
yeah. I was like, you mean a retreat?
But you're not retreating, but you are. This is what's pushing you back on the control track. So unfortunately, it's either stay on the Bauver and get stabbed by these spears, or get off the Bauver. And I think you maybe choose the get off the Bauver.
Is there a way that I can just chill in the horns, where it's away from the fur?
I mean, it's starting to like shake its head because it feels you up there.
What if I held on for dear life? What if I became the party grappler?
I think you still make it stabbed.
I still get stabbed, yeah, but I also may be cuddled. You never know.
Who knows? but it does reset you on the control track, so you are back down to a D4.
D4, don't you mean a D6?
D4 starts you at the very bottom. You all started at the D6, but when it resets the control track, it sets you all the way down to a D4.
Oh, I see.
That sucks.
Mhm.
Okay, well then I'm gonna get off Then I'm gonna get off this.
You were pretty much going to get off regard.
Mhm.
You are sort of thrown off a little bit, but enough that you don't take damage. You can, because there really isn't any player damage mechanic in this game. But it is awake now, and it is looking at all of you with sort of the weird, unfocused gaze. Uh, its hooves are sort of scratching on the ground, occasionally like drawing sparks up from the stones, and letting out its sort of weird growl. That is sort of the weird combination between like the reindeer, goat, dog thing it is. What would you all like to do?
So-
Mhm.
Seeing the fur spears sort of manifest, can I use my move Crikey, please?
Sure, yeah. Tell us what that move does.
Okay. Crikey, you've always loved and been fascinated by monsters and have discovered a deft touch for them, quite literally. When you exclaim in uncontained excitement and go to pick up a monster, roll plus allure, and then stuff happens depending on how well you roll. So I think that we see Hazia sort of fall off of the monster, and we see the spears, and Letty is just like, oh my gosh, and sort of rushes forward, not unthinkingly, not to help their coworker, but to go like examine what's going on with the fur. And they sort of unthinkingly reach out and like, I mean, the Bauver is giant, so she can't really pick it up, but maybe like goes to like touch one of the like spears, the fur spears, or like touch its foot or something.
Yeah. And do you roll for that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
That is a one. It is. Means ask the guide for a piece of useful information of abilities, demeanor, or habits. Gain +1 forward as
Okay.
but also I get to choose one from the list, and I think the thing that would make sense is place an ally in danger, because I did just run up to this buddy.
Are you the ally that's being placed in danger?
Oh, I was thinking that Aki would be the ally placed in danger.
Yeah, that could work. But yeah, no, yeah, it's definitely agitated. Pretty obvious, but yeah, it's definitely for sure agitated, and anything you can do to calm it is probably a good idea.
And now I'm in squashing distance, I assume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is. Looking around, trying to find the person that was on it.
I was gonna say, Zygo seems like calming monsters is what you should be good at, right?
It's the thing. The summoning call doesn't like quite do that.
I mean, there's a symbiosis move, but I feel like it's right up your alley.
Is it get in the way, or are we go on?
Set him up. It's right between the two.
Oh, when you said, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I like that. So yeah, I think Zygo's thing gets up from there, just like gets up and like sees what's going on, and pulls out their is it a horn, like a trumpet?
I think it was like a combination trumpet something else.
Oh yeah, it's a trumpet slash. I think because they are also thinking of playing ukulele, so it's a trumpet.
Yep.
A trumpet. And so they're gonna pull that out and maybe start trying to distract it by doing a song and try to calm it down a little bit, like as they've been. And it's with fine because Zygo is pitch perfect despite being an animated skeleton.
Yep. Roll that +5 and plus any backgrounds that work with what you're rolling.
Nice. I mean, there's pitch perfect and then like singing lyric. I use that.
I do think it's whatever one is like specifically assigned to the thing.
Okay, yeah, I think pitch perfect would be
Yeah.
And what do I roll with?
You roll with this because it's not a cure. Rolls with your justice.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cure is the only thing that you roll on the
Control track.
the control track for.
Got ooh, that is gonna be a solid 10.
10. The
Yeah.
monster falls for your trick completely. Advance on control track 1 and pick 1. Uh, I'll let you pick
Um
that one, and and tell me how you get this monster's attention.
but let's see. You catch a glimpse of a hint. Ooh. Do you think I think doing the +1 to a teammate is pretty applicable right now.
Hmm.
Um, because then I think what they'll do, they'll see him getting angry, and Zygo's gonna uh bust out that instrument and starts playing it to a calming song that they learned a long time ago to calm down large creatures. Something that's very melodic and kind of instead of being like angrily shaking and moving around, it's kind of like maybe just following the tune and swaying a little bit and less angy.
Yeah, you can see that. And then Hyzia gets that +1 to exploit the situation.
Yeah, give +1 to a teammate as long as they exploited the situation. They take that. Yes, exactly.
Yep. Hyzia, how will you exploit said situation?
You're singing to the Bauver, yeah?
Yeah.
Um, can I just get out?
What do you mean?
It tech I am I
Yeah.
was put in a position of peril.
Mhm.
Uh and so it being distracted now, I have to exploit the situation, and I'm exploiting its distraction by leaving. And by leaving, I mean at least getting out of stomping range.
Yeah.
Other than that, the only thing I can think of is climb back up there. We don't really have. It's awake now, and technically, what we are supposed to do is run, uh, and see if Pookie can grapple it some more. But Pookie can't enter. We're stuck in a cave, and to be fair, we don't have. If even if I'm up there, we're not that advanced on the track, right? So
You're a D6, yeah.
yeah. So then nothing. No. Um, can't cure anything else. Without and
Mm.
using the critical ace. So no, I'm just gonna get out.
Yep. You can do that. And saying that is a free action. We go on 3 is also a pretty good one to come up with a plan, especially since things changed a little bit.
I was thinking about that one, but we technically can't discuss it if if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I don't know. We go on threes. We're not bad because then you could be running and just like I don't know. Maybe this is a suggestion. Call out to Letty's like, hey, give me some of that unbreakable yarn, and we could.
Try and trip
Originally,
it.
yeah, I was thinking of tripping it, but as a set 'em up, but that didn't happen. Uh,
I could maybe I think you could still use VO on three because set them up like I'm still distracting them as
Mhm.
y'all are you could like run.
Yeah. You and Letty could have a quick like, what's the plan? As Zygo, continues to play their music. Me suddenly having a slight crisis, being like, how does Zygo use a trumpet?
Same way they could whistle with their eyes.
Don't worry about it.
You don't have lungs.
That's what the close up magic is for.
I hate it.
sure, let's do we go 1-3.
Ooh. So would that be using my knitting slash crochet background? I
Mhm.
think is sort of the most.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I was like, I don't think you want to use grapple.
Mm. I mean, the plan could simply just be, we gotta get back up there. And Letty was like, "Yeah."
Nope, we're gonna trip it in here.
Okay.
Um.
Yeah, trip it.
mhm. So yeah, uh, I think
Mm.
I think I'm running out of the way. That's my biggest
Mhm.
point. While I yell at Yelly Letty to just to trip it.
Mhm.
There's
And
crystals jutting out, so technically you could just wrap this around here and there. Make your own little oh god, I'm forgetting what it's called. You ever play those yarn games with your
The
fingers?
cat's cradle.
Thank you. That you can make that on the ground.
Yes. And so you would both roll plus fine and any applicable backgrounds.
I thought we just roll a stat that is
Yeah.
with the background.
But because the it would probably be a fine action to do this.
I was gonna ask for acuity so that way I could use problem solving.
The thing is, Letty would also have to use acuity. But if you want, you can do that.
I'm looking at Letty's stats. I don't know. I think it's the exact same.
It's the same, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Then just roll whatever because it also doesn't matter for me.
Okay, so if I'm rolling acuity, do I still get to use add a +1 for my background? For the knitting crochet background, or would that only be if I was rolling fine?
I'm sure that's only if you're rolling fine.
Yeah, so roll fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what I'm saying. It didn't matter, but yeah, I just can't use mine.
And then I also get a +1 for the equipment, the signature equipment.
Yes, you're using
Okay.
your signature equipment.
Yes. Cool. Then I got a 10.
All right, and what did you get, Aki?
I have a +1 from Zygo, right?
Yes.
Huh. I'm pretty. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. It's a 9.
The 9. Okay. For every 10, you hold 1. So you hold 1 for this. On a 7 to 9, you're safe, but you botched the plan and lost something important. What was it? But you still have that hold 1.
I guess I lost my monster manual.
Okay. It sort of falls out of your bag while you were trying to do this, and you have sort of partial cat's cradle set up. Not enough to really take this thing down, but enough to at least impede it, and you can spend your hold whenever.
What do we want to do? Do we want to advance or get another?
Can we use 2 aces on one roll?
No, you can only use time.
Then advance on the control track.
Okay, let's advance one on the control track.
Yeah. We'll say that you as this is going on, Letty, you're able to sort of tighten up the cat's cradle, so what is of there is actually enough to throw the Bauver off balance and sort of comes crashing down to sort of on its knees. And yeah, you have moved up to the control track. You are up to a D8.
Letty looks very apologetic about making the Bauver fall.
Is how long able to distract the Bauver with the wonderful wind?
I would say just till now when it gets tricky. So if you wanted to do something else, go for it.
Let's see.
We could leave.
Just go towards Pookie.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I don't think we can do anything else in here that requires us to climb back up. And we do have the tripping thing, but if it doesn't trip it like it falls.
It did.
Oh, it did? It fell? Oh, shit. Then we could climb back up and try to apply this again.
Yeah, that's what essentially the spending the hold did.
Okay, do you want to try stripping could Zygo maybe try to go up and try to get it it's because we're at a D8, so
No, we're at a D6.
You're at a D8.
yeah. Letty pushed it forward.
Yeah, Letty pushed it forward. I'll track.
But we were at a D4.
No,
Yeah.
you're at it.
And then when Zygo successfully distracted the monster, pushed it up to a D6.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Very confusing.
And then now you're up to a D8 again.
Do we want to maybe try to do something else before we get it, so we're at least at a D?
I mean, if you successfully climb it, you can move up on the control track.
Oh, yeah.
Did you want to do the climb?
What's going on up there? Sure. I could try it again. I mean, we all have -1 force anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I was asking like it mattered.
Yeah, it's like one of you is the Force Master over here.
I think Cycle will do it just because again, like I feel like
Mhm.
they'll climb up there because I think he's feeling like he'll be in danger because there's less vital organs too. So yeah, let's roll plus force.
You just have to replace some more wood with bone, bone with wood.
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair,
So
that's only if it gets you like that because you're bones, right? So
Mm.
you're pretty empty regardless. You can get stabbed and just get stuck.
I know
Basically.
and y'all have the bucket, so it's okay.
Exactly.
Don't worry, I've got the bucket. You just
um,
yell out from the ground.
I got a 9, so
A 9. So yet again, it's do you want to spend an ace to move up the control track, or it essentially is you don't lose, you don't fall on the control track, but you are unable to climb.
do you think maybe a bit good time because we'll go up to a D?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe you can do that, and a D you would still need a 10 to cure, but maybe while you do that, we could set you up again.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
and I was thinking we just so Bauver fell, we just
Hmm.
take the yarn that's there and start trying to tie it. Just get it tangled.
yeah,
And as we do that, we're technically distracted. We're being worse down here and giving Zygo more time up there.
yeah. If y'all go with that,
Hmm.
because we could get aces again, other things. So
Yeah.
I'm what else would we do?
no, like
'Cause
some of the other options, we could get aces as well. So
yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I was
we could set
suggesting
them up. Yeah,
before. That's why,
yeah,
yeah, that's why I was suggesting
Set
set
them
him up.
up, or
yeah, yeah. I think let's do that. I'll spend one of the aces.
okay. So you will just spend one of your. You'll just spend a session ace
The session
to
ace, yeah.
So yes, it looks a little bit rocky there for a moment as you're climbing. You unfortunately picked another bad spot. But like as you're doing this, like a spear juts out from like above you, but it is at the perfect handhold level. So you're able to climb from there to somewhere else, and then eventually you're up on the back of the Bauver. And I believe you all are going to set him up. How are you doing this?
Yarn tangle?
Yeah, I think yarn tangle.
Yarn tangle.
Do you want to roll, Aki? Since you're better
Yeah,
at rolling
I
than
think.
me.
Well, I also have +1 to find. And I don't think you do.
I do not.
Yeah. Yeah. 10. Yep.
10. Monster falls
Hey,
for your trick and advance in the control table, so you move it to a D10. And you pick one.
wouldn't it be a D12? Because even
Yeah, Zygo got up for the 10, right?
yeah, because well, the 7 to 9. If I spin an ace, I move
Oh,
up
yes, you
1.
do. Yeah, that would be a D12.
Okay, so
I
we're
forget
at
that what it. Forget that's what it is.
okay, so we're at 12, and I can pick
Mhm.
one.
Yep.
Do we want the session Aish? Aish? What is happening to my tongue? We want the holy shit! We want the essay. No, we don't. Oh my god!
We
We
want the
right? We
session
want the
ace.
We want
Yes.
the ace.
Yeah, you want
The
the
ace.
ace. Yeah.
Getting so tongue tied. This is ridiculous.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll take the ace.
Mhm. Okay. So you glimpse a hidden truth about the monster. But also you glimpse something, you learn something. And as you're doing this, like, as you're tangling it up with the yarn, you sort of notice the shape of wings underneath its fur. You gain a session ace from that, and you're up to D12.
Do the things I go.
Psycho is gonna think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely want to do so.
Yep. Roll that D12.
All right, roll a die on that. Let's go. Sorry, I got excited and then press to talk. I got 11.
An 11. Okay.
A
Which wound are you going to heal?
I'm on its back, so there are the backy spikes.
Mhm. There's also the weird fur.
The weird fur. And Hyzia did get the antler, right?
Yep.
Antlers are
Okay.
done. Yeah. So I think, well,
Um,
whichever is less lethal to you.
well, I think let's do the spikes because I think it's more lethal to y'all. So if it doesn't have those,
It would also. I don't think it's lethal to Pookie, but it's lethal to the things inside of Pookie.
yeah, we don't
And
want to hurt David.
exactly.
Yes. So you have dealt with the spikes. Its fur settles down a little bit.
And turns pink.
Turns pink.
Oh, that's
You've reset the control track. And as you do this, the wings that you saw the shape of earlier just burst out from the sides of this this creature, and they're kind of, they almost look like, like angel wings with like the feathers and sort of like the two part to them, like the stereotypical angel wings. And it sort of, as it flaps them, it gets back up to its feet, and it looks like it may attempt to bolt.
I think you'll hear Zygo's like, "Oh no, oh no, I don't want to go for a fly yet."
No,
It technically can't fly up, though, can it?
not in here, but it could
Yeah.
leave the cave.
Yeah, it could leave the cave. Pookie's outside, UFC ready. Would it be possible to get it to chase us?
Possibly.
Okay.
That definitely sounds like a set 'em up.
It does. Or suggestion. We go on 3, and specifically that would mean Letty and I, we yeet, right? We yeet and ski.
Yeah.
And technically Psycho just has to hold on. But I was
Now boarding,
thinking,
however, air.
yes, I was also thinking, is there a way that Zygo can drive this Bauver? Can Zygo steer by pulling on it or something like that? Which, like, oops, but like,
Is this maybe this is we go on 3?
that's what I was
Yeah.
suggesting. We go on 3.
Could I? Let's see. Could I maybe try holding on to its fur and singing to it so it kind of moves without how they were saying, like swaying back and forth, so we could use fine?
Sure.
I'm fine with fine.
So Zygo is trying to steer it while
We're just running.
Hyzia and I run. Okay.
Yeah. Low key following us outside, but we know who else is outside. The Pookie. So there is that. We're just trying to roll fine. Though we don't have, I don't think we get any relative training or backgrounds, except for maybe Zygo.
Yeah, because I'm pitch perfect. That's why I'm able to go up and down with the singing to get them to sway in the right direction, right? Close up magic.
Sure.
So I hey, that's a 13.
13. So you hold one.
One hold for sure.
And who else is rolling for we go on 3?
I think it's all of us, right? Because the other 2 are running.
Yep.
I really just wanted to see if we could get Zygo in on this. And oh shit. Okay, fine, right?
Yep.
10.
Wait, second 10. Second hold.
Y'all did so good. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, no.
What does that mean?
I got a 6.
Well, hey Hyzia, do you see one of the things that are on?
Would you like to spend one of your holds right now?
I do see one of the things, but now I'm specifically remembering who put me in harm's way. Willingly.
Oh my god.
And maybe this is my villain origin story. But also maybe this isn't like a major, like a long standing campaign, so I'm not gonna do that. But boy, was I thinking, wouldn't it be funny if I'll use one of the holds right now to save or to rescue a teammate.
You kind of just like pull Letty right, like to a sharply, like as like all hoof comes down right where they were. Just
Oh yeah. We're just holding hands and running now, and somehow I guess with my role, I've become an Olympic athlete. just for this moment.
Just
Just for this
It's that,
burst of 30 seconds.
it's that adrenaline.
Which one should we want to advance on the control track or get something else?
So, does my failure, since Hyzia used their their hold to rescue me, do I still push us back on the control track? My failure?
We restarted technically, right? So aren't we just at 4?
You're at 4 because the monster, but also you rescued a teammate who rolled a 6 or below. I'm taking that as it didn't happen because you spend the hold to rescue a teammate who rolled a 6
Yeah.
or below.
Mm-hmm.
So it's essentially you are both. The monster does move up to a D6, but that's about it.
I think we just canceled out our failure, basically.
It's essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I was just asking if Zygo had to sort of use theirs to make us not have to totally retreat.
Oh, yeah. I think advancing on the track is fine since we still technically do have aces and stuff left.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't use the other session ace, or did you?
Well, I used one because I had to, but then y'all got one right after.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So we're back to basically having 3 aces total.
Yeah, two session, 1 critical.
Yeah,
no, we're at one session, one crit.
Session, 1 crit.
Oh, that's right, because you used one earlier. Yeah,
you used one on the very first KO roll.
Yes, and we never got one back. Yes. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
2. Thank you. I think we're still okay. I think advancing on track is better.
Yeah. I think that's good.
So you're
both
up to D6s.
As
as this is going on, it starts to essentially head towards the mouth of the cave, flapping its wings, trying to get some air up underneath it.
Have Letty and I made it out though? So in front of Pookie?
Yes.
Okay. Could I, through the power and specifically my training of adoption, tell Pookie to get ready to cripple?
I will say you're gonna need to roll. You're gonna roll grit for Pookie, just using your stats. I will let you use the +1 for adoption, but roll to get in the way.
Mm-hmm. And I get the +1 because I'm technically using adoption.
Yeah, so I'll let you use that.
Thank you. 9.
9, you
that's
push
9.
the monster, but you lose something to protect your friends. Which the options are, for our dear listeners, you lose 1 supply, you lose an ace, you move back on the control track, or something precious, valuable, or important to the people of the town is destroyed.
Image the sacred area, Aki.
Y'all know how bad collateral damage gets me on the anxiety level. I don't want to do that. Also, that something valuable might be Pookie. So, I don't want to.
Could be. Pookie is valuable to the town.
Yeah, and Pookie is also technically... Pookie's a house monster. That's collateral. Anything living also counts as collateral. But what I'm trying to say is Pookie is triple collateral.
What about... This is a suggestion for both Aki and our GM. One of the supplies is, as it's grappling, the door opens and the Christmas present for Pookie goes.
But it's not something you can... The supplies are things that you can use in this fight.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what about the supply being the sled that we use to get here? Usually. Like, actually, no. No. We didn't use it this time. I remember.
You didn't.
No,
You rode on Pookie. Okay. Okay, here's another suggestion. Could the supply be muffins? Like, muffins doesn't KO or anything, but we're just separated for now. For like the rest of this Bauver issue.
It's yet again, it's something that would help you in this. Like it could be materials or items.
more items. I had the book, really.
Mhm.
And I'm not losing the cure. So, if anyone else would like to lose something,
Um,
Technically, supply is the way it works is like I totally didn't figure this out earlier. Everybody would start with 2 supply. In supply you can spend to do certain things, but we really haven't used them. So I just
mhm.
have been kind of ignoring them and their options in all of these moves.
Okay, okay. Um, I mean, maybe like a session ace because I don't want to move it back to a D4.
I don't want to move it back either. That's the thing.
But also the
And
monster would move back as well. So you both be back down at the bottom.
Still, losing an ace doesn't seem well.
yeah, I feel like as long as it's like a regular ace and not a critical ace, and
Yeah.
to our
You'll lose
knowledge,
you'll lose the 1 session ace you have. You'll still have the critical ace.
yeah, and to our knowledge, we only have one more wound left. We can
Sure.
also, yeah, to our knowledge, we have one more wound left, so a critical can basically just really help us right now. And if we really wanted another session ace, we just have to succeed in something else that gives us a session ace.
Yeah, I think losing is one of the aces for the time being.
And just refresh my memory, did you spend your last hold? Because you had 2 holds.
I still have a hold.
You do have a hold.
Wait, oh no, we did that to advance on the control track.
Yeah,
2d6.
I was like, no, we spent it to. So that's how we
Yeah, I
got
was
up.
like, wait.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll lose a regular ace.
Okay. So
Is
you're
it
just
bad
like,
that every time I say ace, I think of like Ferris and stuff and Gruen, and I'm like, yeah, more aces.
Oh no.
they're lost. So yeah, just one of the items that was counts as your session ace, goes tumbling out into the snow somewhere. You don't know where it went. But yes, now the Bauver and Pookie are grappling essentially, and the Bauver still looks like it could try and take off. And Zygo, you are still on top of the Bauver.
I think from the top he's like they're going like, Daddy, you told me you were really good at grappling, right?
I don't think I said really good, but I can try. What's your idea?
Uh if you could maybe try to grab one of the wings so it starts flapping around less, it'll help Pookie get an upper hand.
Are you aiming for a we go on 3? So, like, I rush in and attempt to grab a wing while you're still sort of steering them?
Yeah. And I could like maybe Zygo could try to grab the other wing.
Cool. Yeah, I'm down for that. It seems like a terrible idea, but
Yeah. Yeah.
let's go.
You just need a 10.
Okay, so we're both rolling force.
Yep.
Hey! I rolled an 8 minus 1 is 7, but I'm using my grappling, so that's an 8.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 9 because I was a 10 minus 1.
You were both safe, but botched the plan and lost something important. Well,
I think it's the Trumpalele. As Psycho jumps off, like as they were trying to play with it, it maybe goes like tumbling away. And I don't know, maybe the Bauver accidentally eats it with one of the wings.
bonk flies off into the distance.
I had grabbed that cloak brooch
Mhm.
from the cave that belonged to one of the villagers, and I failed to
Mhm.
return it while we were back in town. And I think that in the chaos, I lose that in the snow, and now it's more lost than it was before.
But yes, the move. You both are fine, but unfortunately, your plan of grabbing the wings didn't really work out.
We don't
So
move back
Mhm.
though, right? We
you
don't.
don't move back.
Yeah.
It was a no gain, like a you didn't lose it. You lost things that are kind of important, but not enough to put you back. But you also didn't gain anything.
Um.
Is there some way to try and like direct the fight like more back towards the cave. Like, so, I mean, Pookie can't fit in the cave, but sort of, I don't know, work around the sides to try and, like, confuse or, like, lead the Bauver back caveward so that they can't fly away.
That would definitely be a set them up, but it definitely
Mhm.
seems like right now they're very. And also, I'm going to tell you, the wings technically would be considered one of the wounds.
Mhm.
Okay, so 2 more wounds.
Yeah, yeah. The wings are considered it. So if you cure it again, you could cure the wings, but you know, and it would stop trying. It would lose the ability to attempt to fly away.
We are at we are at a D6. We do have we have a critical ace.
Mm.
I kind of want to get us up to a D8
Mm.
though. What's a good push? Set 'em up technically only gives you the +1, right?
Mm.
You could choose a session ace if you.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but you can't use them both at the same time, like on the same roll.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about. I'm trying to figure out a way to stack us. Is the best way to put it.
Mhm.
I dropped something. No, don't mind that. That was my eraser.
I mean, we'd be setting them up, and then we'd have to roll separately for cure, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we got a 10 on set them up, we could advance and get a session ace back.
Yes.
Theoretically, yeah.
Um,
I think a good set 'em up would be Zygo's still on the Bauver, yeah.
Yes.
If we wanted to attempt to cure the wings so that way it can't fly away in battle, we could use the set 'em up. Maybe like well, we still got that yarn.
mhm.
Maybe tie the wings in place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe it's like, it'll be like, ask the yarn from Yed, kind of like while they're distracted.
Yeti.
I said Yeti, didn't I?
Yeah, yes you did.
No.
Letty's name changes so often this session. I called her Yelly.
Hit the. I mixed up yarn and Letty, and then turned to Yeti. So get the Yeti. Now get the yarn from Letty, and just like do a thing where maybe just even the wings, tie the yarn around them, and try to like rodeo it. Because rodeo is a thing that mariachis do, so you would have some kind of experience.
Yeah.
Then does that mean Letty has to roll to set him up technically? Because Letty has the yarn and has to throw it to you.
This actually may be more of a we go on 3.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can too,
Mhm.
actually. But I want to try and get it on this. If we go on, if it's another we go on 3, I want to try and get on it just for that way we have more of a
Mhm.
chance to
I
either fail
mean,
or do well.
one of you ties the yarn around the Bauver, the other two maybe go and tie other ends of it around trees.
Yeah,
Ooh, okay. Yeah,
we're
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
tying. We're just tying them here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think again, Zygo would prefer to be the one like up into the.
Because you are on it right now, so
Yeah, yeah.
regardless, you have to be in danger.
So if we want to do, maybe this is like a fine, maybe a grit.
I was gonna say, you're the one who sort of, well,
Um,
I could
I'm
see
gonna.
finer grit.
Yeah, I
One of
can see
those
them
two.
both too. I would
Mhm.
say grit. Like I would lean more towards grit.
Mhm.
Simply because it sounds like this is gonna require more grit. Like I was gonna say constitution technically, but you get what I mean. Like this seems like holding them in place requires a bit more endurance.
Mhm, mhm.
Also,
Yes.
the mariachi background is in this, and
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
totally metagaming.
I mean, that's literally what I just said. Yeah, like mariachis, like it is canonical that they do. Like some mariachis do rodeo. Maybe.
What time of day is this, Aubrey? Is this at night? Would you consider this an all-nighter?
Sure.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
Gonna
Well,
metagame the hell out of this.
oh my.
No, at me. Like, I don't care.
Well,
I had to try.
because I'm using my mariachi background.
Because because you let me use the night. You let me use in the all-nighter, right? 10.
How's it going for Letty?
I got a 9. I didn't fail this time.
Is that are you adding your knitting slash crochet?
Oh,
no,
I
but
just
that's on Fine's background.
Oh, but you have the method.
yeah, I don't think that is super relevant here.
You have to be methodical by time.
But I'm not investigating.
So you know.
Keep it tense.
Yeah. Oh, but doesn't Letty lose something important?
Which is obviously the art, and I think it gets just so hopelessly tangled up in the Bauver that I'm not going to be able to
Yeah.
get it back before the end of this.
That's
Or if
unfortunate.
you are, you're gonna have to spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
But you still have 2.
Post-credit and you.
Just Letty at the tree for like hours, just like muttering to herself. It's like, okay, you gotta loop ticket and make that shit.
Okay, so
We got 2.
mhm, we got 2.
Um,
Would you like to use one now and hold the other for later? Like, so that way you get a D8, right?
we'll be on the D8 and then we'll have the other one.
Mhm.
And we could either because the other one would also rescue teammate. You could get another session ace if anything. We could refresh or critical ace if
We could. Okay, I'm gonna
yeah.
hold onto my one if you want to use yours for the advance, and then we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, I think let's do
Yeah,
that.
and I'm totally fine with you using the critical ace, especially if we get the refresh later. We good? We good with that? Okay, cool. You got this, baby.
Pressure.
Oh god, yeah, you're the one who's curing this one. You got this. I believe in you.
Como se dice, si se puede. Where's the aces again? It's like pay.
For the
I
aces,
just want to make sure I read what the
critical ace was D8, I believe, and aces is page 29. Or character aces, yeah, that's a D for a character ace.
Oh, but it would be the critical. Okay.
Critical
Yeah.
ace
So it's a
is
D8. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the character ace I can't use mine anymore because Trumpa is gone. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna use cure. We're at a D8. Because it's relevant, should I just use it on the wings?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got a 6. Ace, which I got a 4, so it makes it a 10.
Oh, I'm sorry, the noise that came out of my mouth, man.
So Zygo, tell me how you do this.
I think as we're definitely uh the monster is the Bauver, their friend monster is bucking. Zygo is reminded of their days where they were playing a guitar on the back of a raging bull, and they're gonna kind of steady themselves, get the salve, and um, go up to the wings and like make sure to get it to the parts where like looks gross because now they're there, you can see like definitely there's infected. So it gets it on there, while kind of like hanging with their uh one arm and their wooden leg to make
Yep. And you have dealt with another wound, pushing everybody back to the beginning of the control track. And what would you all like to do?
Set up, I guess, for the last one, which is just it's the body, right?
Yep.
Is there a specific place I'm supposed to apply it? Like, is there like a now that we're outside and we're in the moonlight or whatever? Can we see where the gold is coming out of, like the wound?
It appears to be somewhere, it's like sort of on the side of it, probably near one of its back legs.
Oh my God, that's the best way to get kicked in the face. Would it be possible to get Pookie to pin it in a way, like to the ground, to make so that way it's to make this easier?
You're gonna have to. That would probably be another get in the way.
That's what I was thinking. Will you let me roll with adoption again?
Sure.
Because I have to roll grit, but
Mhm.
but adoption is in my alert background training, so I don't mind rolling with grit as long as I get the +1 from adoption. Oh, oh,
That good?
yes, yes. With the what's my move again? Adoption. With that, this becomes a 12.
Well,
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah.
You channel the danger away from you towards the monster, and it pushes it back on the control track, and you up on the control track. So you are all up to a D6.
Yeah, 6.
Hey.
And we didn't lose anything. Ooh, that's awesome. That also means our house is sitting on a deer.
Reindeer, goat, dog thing.
Yeah. Does anyone in particular want to apply the wound? Because I definitely don't mind, since it's low key my job. But Letty, you haven't done one. Do you in particular really want to do this last one, or
No, I am happy to let other people do the rolling.
okay?
Letty's moral support.
Okay, then I would like to do this last one just because Zygo did too.
Okay.
Okay. Do you guys want to set me up? You guys want to set me up a little bit? And then maybe we can go on 3.
Oh my god.
Is it picking up?
Yes.
Yes, no, we hear you.
I'm really close to the mic. I don't know if you guys can tell.
Yes.
We hear it. Yeah, no, you're good. We hear it.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Can you hear me inside your mind? Okay. Sorry. I was like leaning and stuff, but yeah, your head is
so-
totally telling you to set
Stop.
Isaiah up.
So how would you suggest that we try to set you up? Because you have to get to the
Back leg.
back leg, yeah.
Yeah.
And Puka is kind of like holding it down.
Yeah, so it's Puka is holding it in like a sit, so less to climb, and technically it's right there, technically, but I still have to climb, I believe, right? Do I have to climb, Aubrey?
Yes, you do.
Thank you. So I still have to climb. As we all know by now, our mantra is -1 to force. So I would appreciate a setup, fam.
Hey, does Letty's interdisciplinary communication thing that we could communicate together really well and sing together for Como se dice Despacito?
Oh my god. How is that gonna help?
Despacito means hold me slowly, okay? So we tried to get it to calm down. We didn't even calm down. We're helping Puka keep it to down, and so we I don't know.
Oh, maybe you guys can cheer Pookie on. Moral support,
Yeah.
We sing Puka's favorite song.
Despacito.
Despacito.
There it is.
Yeah. So he was like, Lenny, do you remember the favorite song that you always hear throughout the house? You know how it goes, yeah?
Of course.
Yeah, okay. We'll cheer on Pookie. Okay, on 3.
Oh my god. So rolling a lure, I assume.
Yep.
I'm rolling.
Hey. I rolled a 5.
Oh my
Oh no.
god. Thankfully I got an 11.
Wait, was this a we go on 3 or a set 'em up?
So we go on 3 because
We go on 3, right? Okay.
yeah. Because I was like, yeah, no, let's like work together and sing a song. Power of friendship and ship only, I guess. Only work
Yeah,
once.
you have one hole.
We had one from last time. Technically, still, I didn't say that I refreshed it yet. Should I just refresh the critical ace?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now we have the one again from you, Zach.
But then Letty did just fail.
Yeah. I think the other one, I think it'd probably be a wise decision to rescue teammate that rolled a 6 or below.
You just sing louder to cover Letty's off key.
Yeah.
Letty, like remember Despacito wrong, and maybe you start singing like, I don't know, maybe a Selena song that you've also heard them sing and you thought it was Despacito.
No, it'd be even funnier if it was just completely in a different. It was just a song, and it was a Justin Bieber song. Because he featured in that, right?
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, and you're like you're getting ready to go for it, and all you hear is "baby, baby."
Oh my god.
I think Psycho's just like, no, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Pookie doesn't like that one.
Yeah. So it is unfortunately a net gain, but the monster does advance on the control track.
So we're tied then, right? 6-6.
6 and 6.
Do you guys want to set me up? I still have to climb, right? So
Yep.
and I don't want to have to use the critical, but on climbing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take a +1 to at least make this an even roll.
Yeah, I mean, you could always, if you roll well with that set 'em up, you could definitely gain a session ace.
Yeah. I think. I don't know. Do you have anything else to say?
Not strongly, so if you have an idea, go for it.
I was thinking of maybe using set 'em up and using Presto, like the close up magic too, because it can make like illusion. Maybe like, um, well, they're both fighting. Zygo maybe does like a trancing light show, like those finger gloves, but without gloves and just in front of the Bauver's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
So is your goal just sort of distracting them?
Yeah, it's trickery, selection, mislead, trap, confuse, or misdirect. Confusion. Like the
Confusion.
Bauver hasn't been to a rave.
I mean, so we just sang at them and now you're giving them a late show. I do think they'll probably be confused.
Yeah, exactly. To be fair,
Bauver just stops and just goes, "What the hell?"
Bauver speaks English, run!
Let's roll that plus 5. That's a 12.
Oh, I was like, I hope that laugh wasn't one in pain.
That's 12. So yeah, you will advance to the control track and you pick one.
I think let's get a session ace just to be on the safe side.
Be on the safe side.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So yes, you have the session ace, and as you're doing this, you notice another one of the symbols painted on a tree outside of the.
Oh, and it's like, okay. Can I have can I be like, Letty, look, there's one of the symbols over there.
Weird. How did we describe it? Person in a hat, sad person in a hat, or something.
Bold and brash.
Bold and brash. Yes.
Yeah, holding like 2 plates or something.
Yep.
We were pretty decent. We were pretty decent on that explanation.
Yeah.
I have a question. Do I see the symbol?
Yeah, I'll say that. I don't think Zygo is quiet in pointing it out.
No.
Okay, now I have another question. If I can somehow deface that symbol, will you push us up on the on the control track?
No, it's just you're getting more information, but it did give you a session ace.
It did, but I was gonna because because that is something dumb to do. I'm just gonna tell you anyways.
Uh huh.
You know how I have a dog?
Yeah.
You know how dogs pee?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, Aki. You're too happy about that.
Can you imagine though how much power I would have if I could command my dog to pee on things? I mean, you can, but like, I was like, ooh, defacing property. I don't mind that. Actually, no, I do mind it depending on the context. But yeah, I'm gonna climb now. I'm just gonna climb. That is the force. And then session ace is a D4.
Yep.
Yep, yes math. Yes math. No math. Wait a minute. I'm just
Uh-huh.
you guys are hearing me fail. And not as in roll to fail, but like me not trusting my math. Yes, I'm correct. Okay, yeah, then that is just a solid 10 with the thing. Because I rolled a 7, and then I roll on the session dice, I rolled a 4, and then it's -1 because of force. so it's just a 10. I just needed to double check that and that I wasn't like seeing things.
Alright, and that pushes you up to a D8.
Let's see. Were we back to I think we're at a D6, and then the previous ones I got, so they're a D8, so now they're a D10.
Yeah, you're at a D10.
And we've got a critical ace still, right? So
Yep.
cure time?
Cure time. We all go with
Cure time.
cures. Cure time. I apply it directly to the forehead. you know, head on.
Yes.
Thank you.
Apply directly to the forehead.
Okay. To cure, that's rolling to cure. Is it just a, is
It's
D10
you
now?
roll. Yep, it's a D10.
Yes. Okay. Just want to double. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Oh, I don't. Oh, I don't need the critical ace.
Oh!
I just rolled a 10 straight up. I had to double check. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I rolled.
We have a combination of terrible and amazing. Like,
Yeah, no, and the energy is just crackhead.
oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a 10. Ooh, that was
And
weird. I don't know why it feels like I saw a ghost. It's the only way to describe what I'm feeling right now. I was like, I needed it. I said I needed a 10, and then it rolled, and then I see a 10.
you're like, wait, that can't be right.
I was like, I said I needed a 10, but did I need this one? Like, I was very ready
You
to.
got a 10, but at what cost?
Apparently, somewhere out there, whoever's playing a game tonight on the 4th of December, they've lost their D10.
Yep. They rolled expecting a D10, a 10, and it's a 1. So yes, tell me how you cure this thing once and for all.
I apply it directly. I'm joking. So I think I take like what's left really of the salve that I have, and I'm like holding on in an awkward way. So I just scoop it all out,
Mhm.
and I give the wound a rub, basically, and it's probably like it probably stings a little, and then I have to
Mhm.
hold on, but I'm still like, no, I gotta get this done. I didn't get my degree by not working hard. you know,
Mhm.
one of those things. Working hard, and by that I mean cheating the system. And then after I'm done, I think I just hold on for a while because the Bauver is in perfect kicking and
Mhm.
moving distance. I'm not in a very favorable spot, is what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
And eventually it calms down, and I can like open my eyes and check.
Yep. It kind of just sort of gets very tired and flop out, just flops right down in the snow. And you did it.
Oh wait. We have the ace still, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I can use the move that I shouldn't have picked for something short like this, but did anyway.
Uh-oh.
Soft narrative whisper.
Mhm.
Okay. Basically, so after the monster is cured, but before you move on, spend one ace and wax poetically and ideally in a soft whisper about the beauty of the monster and how it and its local community are turning to a new harmonious normal. Um, and technically I can pick once I'm done I can pick like a bunch of like one of the following things, but like that doesn't really apply to us um right now since we're not going to be leveling up or anything
Yeah.
like that. So I think what I would like to do is, could I softly and narratively whisper what happens to possibly the evil lesbians?
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you. I
Yes,
was like,
one of the lesbians is evil.
I said possibly.
Mhm.
And for the record, I also am using it's a critical ace, the one that we refreshed and I didn't have to use because I saw a ghost and I stole its life. So I was about to leverage that, but can I talk about the lesbians?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so gonna spend the ace to do this. 1 second, let me get hydrated. Okay. So as the snow and the mist and the fog kind of move away. And why is there fog and mist? Because the Bauver moved a lot in snow. And as it kind of dissipates, we all get to our feet and we're able to find the things that we have lost specifically. And we chill for a bit. We spend some time. The Bauver is surprised to be pink, but the Bauver likes this color. Ooh. And decides to follow us back to the village, where the people are waiting, and the villagers are anxious at first because the last like 2 times the Bauver came, the Bauver did not come in peace, but now the Bauver has come to chill, and the people are happy. But before they celebrate and not throw us a party, Isaiah just puts up a hand and goes, "Wait, you have a traitor in your midst." And then we point to the hunter lesbian, and the hunter lesbian is like, "No, on what grounds?" And then Psycho yells, "Objection, on these grounds." And we spill the beans, we tell everything that we found and stuff. This is also in front of the hunter lesbian's wife, and she is shocked. She has her hands up in her mouth in betrayal, and she's like, how could you do this? And the hunter lesbian's like, I did it for us, I swear. And then the hunter lesbian then then proclaims how the gross alchemist named Tiv, I'm pretty sure, that stupid nerd, had stolen their ancestral gay brooch, and it was super important to them because of sentimental reasons, and he wouldn't give it back unless she helped him. And then Letty, who is able to find the brooch that was lost again, pulls it out and goes, "You mean this one?" And they oh, it's true, it has to be true, because these strangers who helped us would not lie this way. And and then the lesbian hunter is like, "Yes, that's it. Oh my god, would you all forgive me?" And the elder comes out, and he's all weird and stuff, and he's like, maybe I will. Okay, I'll forgive you, but you have to clean up the Bauver poop for a week, because the Bauver's gonna chill in our village for a little while." And the huntress goes, "Damn, I really don't want to have to clean giant shit, but I will." And all is forgiven. And then they throw us a party. That's right. They weren't, but now they have to, because we saved a marriage and the town. The end. And no collateral damage to our house on the inside.
Yes.
Yay!
Oh, this is fine. Yeah. I don't think I could have put it any better.
Did I do it in a whisper, by the way? I'm pretty
You
sure
did.
I did. Yeah. I hope that picked up.
It did.
Thank God. Also, I hope it's not a hassle for you to edit.
I will figure that out in the edit. Who knows? But yes, I believe that brings us to the end of our Monster Care Squad adventure. Yeah,
Lord.
I guess that's a good wrap up. The energy just woof.
Could I have one final scene as we're
Go for
going
it.
away into the distance?
Please do. It can't end on me saying all those things.
Then you may want to have Letty have a scene after this then. So as we're going, like, we have all these parties and we're leaving. You finally see Zygo and the bucket, taking the bucket back to their room. And in the room you see that they're growing the coffee beans because you're growing the best coffee in the world. Um and then like it's like, okay, well, you see them start like doing some gardening, and then you they go through the bucket, and then they go to, I guess they have like a compost bin near a window, and they just like everything that's in the bucket throughout the day, they actually throw it in the compost, mix it up, and then garden with the under all the coffee. So um now you know the best coffee in the world comes from a bucket of stuff they eat throughout the day and reuse. So it gets all that coffee flavor over and over again, because that's how magical coffee works. That's it.
Wait, so the okay, we
Yeah.
can't end on that.
So Letty.
Letty asks and receives some of the Bauver fur and knits a beautiful super gay.
Aw, I got a Christmas gift.
Hey.
Okay, we can end it like that.
Yeah, we can end it right there. That's a good ending.
Yeah, we're gonna end it just in case, so that way Zygo and I can't ruin this anymore.
But yes, I hope everybody enjoyed our adventure off in Aldamora. And as before, all the information and all the links to their stuff down below. This is a really fun game, and I do hope that we at G&G can revisit in the future, play more of it. There is so much to this world that like we barely scratched the surface to, and definitely want to see what it is. But yes, but as I said before, we'll be back next week with the return of Blood of Kings, and official apologies for the cliffhanger. It was intentional, but it wasn't intentional in that way. I just planned to leave it for a week, not 3.
That's a load of barnacle.
Yeah, I guess all that's left to do is, other than mention Patreon, Twitter, all that stuff, currently on Patreon, we have our Monster of the Week game going that Ferris ran, The Many Arms of Gas Hollow. I believe episode 2 should be coming out next week. It is a lot of fun, and will be taking us through to February.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. And yeah. Other than that, all it's left to do is say the thing.
Eat your vegetables and apply them directly to the forehead.
Stop.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, welcome to the Eternity Archives, an actual play podcast where we take on the role of archivists, working for an interdimensional library that catalogs and protects the fabric of reality. As archivists, we are tasked with journeying out into the realms, taking on characteristics of people from that reality, and remedying whatever issues may be causing a disturbance in the dimension.
Every arc, we will be playing a different RPG, maybe even returning to systems we like later on. But this is a fun way for us as players and you as listeners to explore and learn about different tabletop systems.
We'll discuss the rules, create sheets for our characters, and play a short campaign to get a feel for the game. Afterwards, we'll do a bit of discussion. We'll talk about what we liked and didn't like, and what we'd know to do better next time.
My name is Babby, and I am playing Riddle de Drakel. They are a tiefling nerd baby.
I'm Ziva, and I am playing Linda, the lovable human office lady.
And I'm Dorka. I play Zen, the barbarian lizard princess. Let's get down to some actual playing. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go, boys!
This is the Eternity Archives.
Passengers, remain calm and please stay in your seats. We are experiencing pirate activity.
Oh, there's just something
Remain
happening.
calm and please stay
What?
in your seats.
Them.
We are experiencing
Them.
Oh no.
At the outer edges of space, where union is but a whisper, humanity scrapes together a living amongst the stars. This is the story of 4 Lancers, talented pilots of mechanized chassis from all corners of the known universe, thrown together by circumstance and destiny, and credits. Follow Matcha.
Oh, were we supposed to know each other beforehand? I mean, we're all gonna die, but I'm glad you figured that out now.
Moxie.
Well, I have absolutely no idea what you necessarily need me to do here, but if it's kill a bitch or fix a bitch, I can do both very well. You're worth 1 week of no chores, and you know what? I really need that week.
Roadkill.
I'll take in the front, those 2 are taking the back. One of them's going through the booty hole, and let's go. I kind of need your help.
Fuck you, fuck you.
And Silver.
Here's like a little bit of money. Please go away. The ghost of your mistakes.
Led by me, Reed, your game master, through the Lancer system, a mud and laser style anime mecha RPG. I hope they brought some printers with them, because this is Bring Your Own Mech, an actual play Lancer podcast, and batteries are not included. Catch our first episode starting on July 29th, wherever you catch your podcasts, and then every other Thursday. Follow my heading, and I'll see you there.
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.